Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My name is Julia Aurelia and I'm here to do your card reading for December with the Lenormand. Now this is a method that is from France and mostly known in France and Germany. So I thought for the December readings I'm gonna show you the method that the people from my country, from Germany, are using most of the time when they do a card reading. So let's dive into your reading. If your Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus sign is in Aquarius, this is the right reading for you. The interesting thing with the Lenormand, and we have change coming out here. I'm not using the cards that fall out because we are going to lay out the whole spread of 37 cards, and that's the interesting thing with the Lenormand. But it seems like there is a change coming because that was the card that just jumped out. All right. What are the energies for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Let's start. Okay, I guess you are welcoming change because we start with a little bit of, well, the most heaviest energy. So it's not a little bit. We do have the cross, which talks about there is some sort of burden in your life. It could be emotional or connected to being seen at work or recognized for your work. Now there are a couple of cards that I'm gonna have a look into, and there are a couple of cards that are the main cards. For example, the gentleman that you just see here. This is the person you're dealing with, no matter of their gender. This is basically the placeholder for a person in your life. Could be a friendship, could be a love relationship, or a business relationship. Talking about business, you find the topic of business with the card of the Anchor. So we're going to have a look into that, or basically what we're going to do is have a look what are the energies around you and see how the cards relate and if there's anything that really sticks out for December. Now some people yeah, there you go, change in work, here you go. That's a change card that just fell out earlier. So, and also the burden is connected to that as well. So there's something in your life connected to stability and or work. We have the lady. So the lady is your card. Again, no matter of your gender. So this could be you as if you are watching as a man as well. Again, it's a placeholder. We have love here. Love and everything that is dear to your heart. And for some of you, obviously, this could connect to business as well. The fish talk about feelings, but in this reading, I have charged them with the energy of finances because the fish talk about abundance and therefore very often they are being used for the finances. So I feel like we've got almost everything here. The ring is missing. Ring is another important energy. It's the energy of your relationships or contracts you may have. And there we go. That's it. And in the last row, we have the last 4 cards. Oh. Okay. I'm always overlapping these a little bit because I know that the space on the table gets a little bit short here. So I'm just going to overlap those cards here. Now, I do see several really interesting things here, and I do feel like we're probably going to go into the energy that you have with the other person and also work. Since the change card just fell out straight away, I want to go into that change, and we see that very close to you. So what we can see here is that we have the burden here connected to your work and stability. It might even be that it's difficult for you to move forward. You might really have or feel like there are blockages, challenges when it comes to your work life, and when it comes to your work life in terms of moving forward. One aspect could be that emotional blockages do play a part here, or some emotional burdens, or maybe even something with the subconscious or your psyche could be here that is really burdening you and therefore has an effect on your work life. Or like I said already at the beginning, it could be you being recognized at work or for what you do could be here the challenge. And maybe there's even a karmic lesson in it as well. Now, what we do see is the tree. So I feel like a lot of you guys know already what you want to really do in life. And maybe you are already on the path of doing in your business what you really and truly want to do. Basically talking about your soul mission here, because we have the tree, and the tree talks about life. So work for life is here already. So it's a slow moving energy, especially with it being connected to the cross. So it could mean that you have found what you want to do in life, but there is a burden, a challenge connected to being seen, possibly emotionally, like I said. But and there is a slow moving energy, and that is also part of a challenge here and of a conflict. We do see a conflict also connected to this. Might be you being self-employed, working alone, or becoming independent. This is definitely something that is on your mind. Becoming independent financially, business-wise, or even, like I said, working alone. And there is this conflict you have with that situation here. You might think of doing something where the public is connected to it. So that could be public events, or you're working with groups, or you are thinking about being independent or self-employed, or an entrepreneur. Is that the right way to pronounce it? In the public eye. That's something you're thinking about here. But this could also mean that you're thinking about withdrawing from the public. So I do see that there might be a conflict where one part of you wants to withdraw from the public, or from a specific group or social circle. But on the other hand, I feel like that might be needed for your work. What I do see, however, is that we have a positive change here. But even that change comes with some sort of complications and delays. So there is a slow moving energy when it comes to your success in business and work, and basically that. But I also see that you have a special gift, because the anchor is in the house of your gift. So there's something you do that either is already your work, or that you're working towards making that your main work, where you have a gift, where you have a basically your soul's mission here, that thing that you have already, it feels like, in your mind for your life. But it's a slow moving energies, and it comes with some sort of complications, and I feel like you were waiting for that change, and we do see this here now, especially, and that's the best aspect you can just wish for in work. So there are really good news, is that the anchor is mirrored onto the sun. There is big success coming. There is big success in finances coming. There is a change coming in your finances, where you get the finances from doing what you really love to do. But also the love, or what you love to do, there are the blockages, there are the challenges, and that might connect to a contract. Maybe a contract is blocking you, or a commitment is blocking you. Maybe even a relationship in your life is not really beneficial and is blocking you. On the other hand, I do see that here, or challenges in your relationship might be the thing that is blocking you. Having a look at the relationship in itself, well, there's a strong connection, I feel. There's a strong connection also connected to your success or your happiness. The person might be far away, or there might be some sort of movement, and this relationship might be in a transitioning time here, because we have a lot of movement with the rider and with the ship. There is a new beginning, or a child involved in that connection. We do see some solutions here to an issue as well in the relationship, in that connection. Now, I want to have a look what this connection is. And I can see that because there's you and there's the other person. So what's between you? Well, the energies between you and the other person, are slightly difficult. So we have definitely the blockage or the challenge here when it comes to that connection, because we have the energy of someone withdrawing. Maybe the other person is withdrawing, you want to withdraw. It could even talk about a separation and an ending here. Something definitely is changing between you and the other person, or there is a bit of distance or the stagnation energy here. So I do feel like there is something quite difficult when it comes to you and the other person, because the energies that are connecting you are, well, let's say not really beneficial when it comes to a loving, harmonious relationship here. So there is a conflict next to the person as well, and there might be a conflict that you have with that person connected to your life and your long-term plans. So maybe you want to make long-term plans, but maybe the situation is just like falling a little bit, like you have like a distance between you. Maybe the other person wants to make long-term plans, but you feel like you want to withdraw. So that's really interesting, because that looks slightly different to what I see here. So I have a feeling that there is a blocked energy, or a relationship or connection that is not supportive. And it could be a friend, it could be a business member. Do you have members? A business colleague, person here. And I do feel there's one person where you feel like this connection is not beneficial, and I want to basically maybe move in a different direction. And this is also what I can see here with the ship. You're moving into a different direction, but this is also causing worries and anxieties and insecurities, the energy of the fear of loss or fear or losing someone here. Now that's really interesting, because I also see that there might be a big potential for a new happy connection in your life. Like I said, this could be the one aspect that we see could connect to your business relationship, and the other one could connect to your personal relationships here, because we do have the energy of a new beginning. There's potentially someone new coming in, and when we mirror the energy of this person, we do see there is a decision. There is a decision that is connected to moving. This is connected to taking action within that relationship, and it feels like there's some sort of taking action that is connected to a transition time here, where you're moving from one into the next state of the relationship here. And I do feel this is all part of a solution, because we have the key mirrored onto this. There are some insecurities and some fears when it comes to that relationship, however. Let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Yeah, you're thinking about the energy of maybe you feel isolated and alone. That could be something here as well. Maybe the relationship here with that person is not necessarily ending, but there is a major decision that is based on a conflict that you have with your long-term plans and that person. And I feel like you are going to communicate that. You are going to communicate your decision with the other person here. And that might be the key moment that helps this relationship to move in a different phase, to take action upon something, even though this might be difficult, and to have that possible new beginning within that relationship here. So yeah, very interesting reading. So to sum it all up, when it comes to your business, I feel like you have worked through a lot of blockages and challenges and things moving really slowly, but I do see that the success and the abundance is coming. So keep on doing what you're doing, because it's already here. You are on the right path. When it comes to a connection, I feel like challenges and blockages could also block the progress in business, so be a bit mindful with that. I feel like the long-term plans you have with that person are changing because of the conflicts we have in that connection. And we see with communicating your decision here connected to the other person, things will move forward and progress here, and having a potential of a really beautiful new beginning in your life. All right, Aquarius, this is your reading for December. I hope you resonate with it. If so, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.